All right. How is everybody doing? Hello, G-chan, Apparition, Jess. Oh, wait, and Void Dweller. Woo! Yes. Welcome back to Higanbana. Last time, we had two stories. For one, we actually had a rather lighthearted story with a happy ending. Is that even possible? Apparently it is in Higanbana. I didn't even... That was so nice. Oh, wow. With the Sakutaro cameo. That was amazing. Good you. Oh my god, but then again, we also started this gruesome story about a kid who murders rabbits and the demon Hameln, who is definitely gonna have some creepy happen to this kid because of it. Maybe he's gonna turn him into a rabbit. Oh, I'm so sorry, OA. Well, hopefully I can take your mind off of other stuff, just even for a little bit. Oh god, so I started a bit late today. Sorry, I had a bit of a headache. My internet has also been a bit spotty. Tonight, I'm very sorry to say that. So, be aware things might cut off. Oh god. Let's see. Alright, let's get back into it. And don't worry, I took some Panadol. Void Dweller. I am just fine now. And I think it's some random student saying this. Alright, let's try adding to the old school's toilets. It's fine, let's go back. They said that the eighth mystery is Staruba after all. Oh, I'm so sorry, Ju-chan. Hello, Angie Castle. Hello, DQA. Welcome to the stream. We just started. Perfect timing. Oh, goddammit, they were boys. Boys are making a ruckus in the hallway. It's an Australian medicine. Void Dweller. Thinking to inspect the school's eighth mystery. They were rounding the rumored classrooms and halls, parading through the inside of the building. However, the school grounds were much larger than they thought. Even though they hadn't even checked half of the building, the sun was already setting, and the interior was already covered in grid-patterned shadows. God, I would love to see that. Like, I just think that that sounds so cool. Speaking of, normally, don't school ghost stories, don't they have 7 mysteries? Why is it only our school that has 8? Well, isn't it because our school is ridiculously huge? They say 8 mysteries aren't even enough. I heard we got way more stories than normal schools. Making that sort of idle conversation, the boys sluggishly continued walking. And at the end of the hall, from the shadow of the stairwell, suddenly they see someone's figure. I think is the music a bit too loud for you guys, or is the volume of the music fine? Yep, there he is. There's our canon XP. What the hell? You? Didn't you cry and run home already? That figure was Hikaru Nihei. The boys had only just seen him head out the classroom like he was running away. Music is a bit loud? Okay. I will tone it down. However, now Hikaru said nothing, and with his expressionless face he glared, his eyes fixed upon them. For some reason, this guy's staring at us. What do you want? Don't tell me you want to play with us. Yeah, that's a bit much even as a joke. I'd rather die than be friends with this guy. Well, well, I think you might get your wish. One of the boys showed an exaggerated grimace, and seeing that, the others burst into laughter. Look, hurry up and go home. Otherwise next time it won't be in the garbage, but we'll stick your bag in the incinerator. He's gonna use some kind of crazy occult powers to fuck with the bullies. I swear, Stephen King wrote Carrie as a horror story, but I think very few people saw it that way. Like, seriously. Like, that story from ages ago had such an impact on YA, like, a young American fiction as a whole, just because, like, you're made to feel sympathy for the main character in that regard. And it's like, you know, yeah, she goes overboard and bad shit happens to her, but it's so, you know, it's visceral revenge. It's, you know, it's power fantasy, basically, with a supernatural twist. Hello, James. Welcome to the stream. The boys threatened, and then they slowly began walking towards Hikaru. But in the next instant... Ow! Something hit the boys in their faces. Hikaru had thrown those somethings at them in a burst. It was rabbit feces. Damn, he had that in his hand. Jeez. The boys might not have realized that it was feces, but they clearly understood it was to provoke them. I'm so glad they don't spell like feces with that extra A in it, because that always annoyed the fuck out of me when people spell like words like with extra letters like that. Hikaru glanced back at the dumbfounded boys as he ran off at full speed. Their feeling changed from astonishment to rage. Their ears flushed red. You bastard! Don't fuck with us! Wait up! Wait up, damn it! I'm gonna kill you! They all gave chase after Hikaru. Running out of the hall, they flew down the third floor to the second. And they saw Hikaru was running in front of them dive into a classroom on the first floor. Throwing open the door, the boys also ran inside. However, Hikaru wasn't inside the classroom. They wondered what he could be hiding under. Hey, come out! The boys shouted with rage. The bastard! I'm gonna wring his neck! Even after doing what he did that one time, he still isn't sorry at all. The boys began searching inside the classroom. Oh wow, it's a music room. Oh, for some reason this place seemed like the music room. The sun was setting. There weren't any lights on either, so it was very dim. Even the symbol of the music room, the grand piano, seemed like a large black animal in the twilight. Where in the world did he hide? Oh, god damn it. Now we're in the perspective of the unnamed police? Jeez. Where in the world did he hide? I know he's here somewhere. Flush him out and then we'll cut him. Jesus Christ. This school needs a guidance counselor, for the love of God. My God, this school. This is like the worst school ever, when the humans are like 10,000 times worse than the demons. Jeez. At that moment, the sound of echoed through the music room. Quickly, they realized it was the familiar sound of a castanet. Hey, what's that noise? It's a castanet, isn't it? The boys looked around, but no one was there. They met the eyes of the portraits of the musicians on the walls, but there were no real human beings to be found. But the sound continued. Hey! Stop messing around and show yourself! The boys shout. But their voices oozed with fear. They thought it was reasonable that it had to be Yokai playing the castanets. But from moments ago, they couldn't sense anyone else in the room but themselves. And yet the sound of the castanets continue. And yet the sound of the castanets draw closer. Are you serious, Void Dweller? I am so sorry for you. Oh my God. The boys were panicking, and they looked at each other's faces. It seemed no one was hiding their fear any longer. Something is seriously wrong, right? What the hell is that sound? Where the heck is it coming from? I mean, it's like it's right behind us. The boys realized that the formless sound was coming up right behind them. And so, timidly, fearfully, everyone turned around simultaneously. Huh? There's nobody here. There was no one there. However, the boys were assaulted by a strange sensation. Something about what they were seeing was odd. They felt dizzy as things warped. For some reason, they felt that the room had suddenly gotten much bigger. Oh my God. Oh God, he's gonna torture them to death as little rodents. Oh God. The ceiling above them looked bizarrely further away. Was the piano that large? The keys were so high that their hands couldn't reach them. The boys realized it wasn't that the room had become larger, it was that they had become smaller. The panicked boys tried to cast their desperate scream, but their voices didn't come out. Why?
Why? And for some reason, I can't hear everything around me. I can hear everything around me much better. What the? Are my hands and legs too short?
At that moment, they could hear someone's whisper-like voice right next to them. At night, if you're in the music room, you can hear the sound of castanets going. But if you look around you, there's nobody there. The sound gradually becomes louder, and that's when you notice your form has become that of a small rabbit. There was a strangely attired, long-haired young man standing there. And in his hand were castanets. However, to the boys now, as they looked up at the young man, he seemed to have a stature like a giant. They realized it. They realized how small they had finally been reduced into. The young man put a smile on his elegant face, then looked at the boys. No, the rabbits. He laughed. Congratulations! You see, you're the first victims of my ghost story. Hameln's castanets. The young man even began to play the castanets to a rhythm, as if they were being manipulated by that sound. The rabbits formed a line. I'm so sorry, Ji-chan. Okay, if you want to, you should get some rest. Yes, Jess, it's a rebellity. Like, as they would say in Mortal Kombat, rebellity. Hamel wins. Rebellity. I don't know, it'd probably be just like that. Well then, it's time for the end of the story. Then the children who turned into rats seemed to disappear into the darkness, guided by the sound of Hamel's beating castanets. Well then, now I will guide you all into the much-awaited darkness. The sound of Hamel's castanets echo in the music room. Exactly, who would that's the big thing, DQA, like, how would anyone know about this ghost story if there's no way to experience it while surviving? Oh my god, that's why there are more rabbits. Damn. Oh wow, okay. When they came to, the rabbits realized they were in the rabbit cages behind the school. When Hamel stopped playing his castanets, the rabbits could move freely by their own will. However, because the feeling of a rabbit's legs were different from a human's, they couldn't even walk properly. Well then, Hikaru-kun, the rest is up to you. At the signal of Hamel's relaxed voice, the rabbit cage door opened with a rusty screech. I'm so sorry about that, Oe. Seriously. Oh god. Yep. Oh my god, DQA, yep. That's insane. So he doesn't really torture pets. He doesn't. He was torturing the kids who bullied him. I guess that's better? It's not like he's torturing innocent animals. So I guess is it less or more psychotic? I can't figure that out. Ah! I'm not an ethicist. Jeez. The rabbits opened their red eyes. In front of them stood Hikaru. Of course, as they looked up at him, he had the stature of a giant. And what he gripped in both his hands gave off a strange silver shine. In his arms, he held countless supplies. Scissors, drafting compasses, box cutters. They were reflecting the moonlight and giving off a cold metal shine. That's true. He did beat up the real rabbits for a bit, but he didn't like eviscerate and torture them to death. That's true. So yeah, he's pretty messed up. But we all know where this is going. Yeah. Like each one is, I noticed that each implement that's listed there has is sharper than the last one. We have scissors, then drafting compasses, and then box cutters. Jeez. The rabbits had a feeling about what was going to happen, and then they desperately tried to escape. However, they couldn't cut through the wire mesh, and aside from escaping from a chance hole in the wire mesh, they can't escape. Oh wait, he's talking about a drafting compass. You've never seen a compass for drawing? It's a completely different thing than what you're thinking of. It's a thing for drawing circles. Look up a drafting compass. It has a very sharp point in it, so you can stick it in a piece of paper and draw like a reasonably perfect circle. It's they're very sharp. You can draw blood with them very easily. They're not as sharp as a box cutter, but they are sharper than scissors. All they could do was just run around in circles recklessly, charging at the walls and fencing only to bump their heads. Looking at them, they seemed pathetically foolish in their pointless resistance. Their claws would loosen and break against the wire mesh. Here and there blood flows from heads butting. Perhaps they had given up, as they huddled together and looked up as if to beg Hikaru. Please, forgive us. Please save us. Please, we beg you. That was Hameln's power. He's pretty OP. Of course, I don't like... GQA brought up the question of how does his ghost story even work? If anyone who would experience his ghost story would be killed from it. So how would the tale even spread? Hikaru looked at the rabbits, peered into the pupils of his detestable classmates. And a cheerful smile rose to his face. That's true, James. Hikaru would spread it. I bet that's why Hamel even worked with him. Like, you know, they could cut a deal. He spreads the story, and Hamel actually does that job for him. The heartless objects held tightly in both his hands were many, but all they did was express an inhuman gleam. No, Void Dweller. They don't, not if they hear the ghost story. It's if they hear the castanets. And I bet these are random students. I'm gonna make this Jessica again, because I got like a running gag of like a Jessica XP being a student at this school. Really, it's so cruel. I wonder what the hell is so fun about killing rabbits. I wonder if this could be the warning signs of some psycho killer. Yep, it is. That's freaky as hell. And those 4 missing people still haven't been found, right? No! School is creepy! Oh, so, the king hasn't done his memory wiping yet. Come on, man, you gotta do your job and neuralize things, or the school is gonna be shut down due to too many fucking murders. At school, all anybody talked about now were the 2 incidents that occurred the other day. Oh, Jess. You saw that meme too, eh? Of course. God, I love Flo's channel. The mass killing in the rabbit cage, and the missing 4 students. The area around the rabbit cage was closed off by no trespassing tape, and nobody was allowed in. The police released a missing persons report for the missing students, and the search was still continuing. But the 4 people would never be found. Yet there's no way. The only one who knew they would not be found was Hikaru. No, to say even though they were found, nobody realized it, would be more accurate, but semantics. There were many who doubted the 2 incidents were connected. There were also more perceptive people who seemed to realize that the number of corpses in the rabbit cage were the same as the number of students missing. Do you think this was an advance notice of the crime, that they would kill 4 people? The teachers heard countless people whispering like that. What a muddled up tale. I think everybody was memory wiped of Kanamori as well. DQA, yeah. Oh yeah, Void Dweller, he'd be a Keter for sure. He would totally be a Keter. Or Keter. I don't know. I rarely hear that word vocalized. Nobody can understand that those dead bodies really were the 4 missing people. Actually, you know what? If he stays in that general vicinity of the room, then he wouldn't be a Keter, he'd probably be a Euclid. Yeah, that's true. Because, yeah, containment class isn't determined by how deadly something is. It's determined by if it wants to escape or not. Nobody picked up that if one added the number of corpses to the number of rabbits in the cage, that the number was higher than before. Rabbits had a strong instinct to reproduce, and bred on their own while nobody was paying attention. Right, DQA. They remember that a teacher was killed, but they don't remember who it was. Exactly, yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought too, that the rabbits had bred. It seems that was as far as anybody was thinking. And for now, that was fine. That was as far as the rumors swelled. Like, I don't see why he's even worried. There's no way anyone would possibly even be able to even begin to prove something like that, let alone even have the idea. Yesterday, Hamelin said in the rabbit cage, "You must walk slowly to become a ghost story." At any rate, if I would become too well known too easily, everybody would get scared, and no one would go near the music room. There's still plenty of those that you want to get even with other than these kids. Right, Hikaru-kun? Now, something's gonna go wrong because, like, there's so many bad, horrible people at this school. I don't think he got to do much further than that. Jeez. To become common talk, I'll turn all of your colleagues you wish to kill into rabbits. Hikaru nodded. That's right. It's not just them. Oh yeah, that's him saying it.
That's right. It's not just them. Those bastards who ignored me. The ones who pretended not to see my persecution. Every one of Hikaru's classmates was...
Oh, god damn it. Switching narrators between sentences gotta be like my major pet peeve with this story. Every one of Hikaru's classmates were his targets. From here on out, rabbit corpses will be found all throughout the school. Only the same amount as missing students. In doing that, once word got out about the mysterious sound of castanets coming from the music room, Hamel's castanets will become a standard ghost story.
The classmates who tortured me. We're the victims of that tale, and I will be the sole witness.
Oh, there you go. There's the answer to your question, DQA. That's right. They will all be swallowed up by this sordid story and disappear.
Would you say I am a murderer?
Yes.
Apologies, but that's off the mark. I haven't killed anybody. I only kill immoral rabbits.
Jeez.
Even in the worst case that I were caught by someone while killing them. Could anyone arrest me?
Yes, they could. There's such a thing as animal cruelty laws, which I'm pretty sure exist in Japan.
Is there any law that makes killing rabbits a serious crime?
Oh my god, these 3 words. To anyone who has, anyone who has read Higurashi, those 3 words sound very familiar, yeah.
In case of animal cruelty, the worst they do is contact a child consultation center. My privacy and human rights would be perfectly protected. And they'd even provide backup to seamlessly bring me back to a healthy social life. That's nothing to be afraid of. And before long, Hamel's castanets will become a true ghost story. One that anyone would shiver to think about. The one who chooses the victims of this tale is me.
He's either gonna die a horrible death or become the 9th yokai or whatever. Jeez. And here he goes, mad with power.
Those who abused me, guys I just plain don't like, all of them will become rabbits by Hamel's power.
And a girl is laughing here. This is probably Higanbana. You seem to be in considerably good spirits. He suddenly heard a voice from behind him. He reflexively turned towards the voice and was astonished. A girl clad so extravagantly that it had looked as though she'd just slipped away from a play was there. Yep, I called it. Skin so pale it would make one shudder, and long jet black hair in contrast. A girl so beautiful it made him hesitate without thinking. Was she an upperclassman? Even knowing that there was a lot of students at the school. He knew that if a human like her were in the same school as him, he would certainly remember her. Literally everybody has the hots for Higanbana, just no matter the gender. You have an incredibly wicked laugh. It's exactly the same kind of laugh as one of the school's yokai. Yep, he's either going to become a yokai or or die a brutal death by the end of this story. Hearing the word yokai startled Hikaru for a moment. Humans should not be able to even appear to grasp anything about Himeln. His story is still far from finished. Oh, what has you in such high spirits? If you'd like, perhaps you could tell me?
No. It's nothing. It's just, I remembered something and it made me laugh. Maniacally. That's all.
Even though there's been that missing children's case and the animal slaying case today? It's rather imprudent of one to suddenly remember something and laugh in these circumstances. While saying this, she laughed too. It was a laugh so cold it made him shudder. A smile with such an icy gleam in her eye, it made him avert his eyes inadvertently. To avert inadvertently.
That's right. Even though such terrible events are happening.
It's a joke. There is no tragedy so terrible that it can't be laughed at. One man's pain is another man's pleasure. That sort of thing happens a lot, yada yada ipso fatso. She passed her finger through their long hair, idly spinning it around the digit. Those detailed movements were excessively elegant, and made it look as though she were a very well-made doll. One man's pain is another man's pleasure. In this school, this was something Hikaru usually felt. Being ignored, having his things thrown away, feeling awful every day. And yet, the more pain Hikaru was in, the louder his classmates' laughter would get. Of course, there are times when pleasure turns to disaster as well. That's right. Right now, this classmate's pleasure had turned into misery. The retribution for their deeds.
Those assholes enjoyed my suffering, and now I can enjoy theirs.
Come on, Hikaru, really? Really?
No, I'm not hurting them. I'm just killing a couple of rabbits. They're simply being swallowed up by Hamel's legacy.
Hello, Cyan. Welcome to the stream.
My hands are not stained with anyone's blood.
So that's what you think.
What are you talking about all of a sudden? Even though I don't believe I said anything, she abruptly responded with,
So that's what you think. This feeling. Carrying on a conversation. Oh, goddammit, that's his perspective again.
carrying on a conversation when I haven't said anything. It can't be.
Oh my god, she just loves to seduce people. Sometimes a powerless yokai will make a pawn out of a pitiless human. They can't hunt by their own power. So they tempt humans and use them. Surely a deplorable way to hunt, but what you gonna do?
Ugh. And what of it? I don't understand what you're saying.
That's the sort of thing a hunting pawn would say. A human pawn would say. Someone without the bravery to do things by their own hands can indulge in a ghost story. That way their own hands don't get dirty. Yep, that's... Damn. That kind of calls back to Umineko. A bit. Tiny bit. Without a doubt, that was Hikaru. Just like he thought, this girl was the same as Hamel. She was not human. She's reading his thoughts. You don't seem to understand that you're killing.
What do you mean by that?
Do you know how ground meat is made? Don't tell me that you think they mixed in up some wheat flour and made beef. If only for people's waistlines, eh? There's no way you'd believe that, right? Many kids these days say that they didn't understand that animals were born for more than just to die for meat. It's not just meat. Death is being set on our...
Death is being set on our dining tables. But we never rise to that fact, and we eat until we can't eat anymore. We don't want to look at or even know that the very thing brought us both forth to our dining tables is death.
I don't know who is speaking right here. Damn. Ooh. Oh god, DQA. Is everyone else getting getting the stream because everything's fine on my end. Okay, so it's just an issue with GQAs. Alright, okay. I wonder how many of those children, stuffing their faces with fried chicken, have it in them to strangle a chicken to death in their own hands. Even though we look away from such a spectacle, despite avoiding it, we still repeat our cycle of gluttony and overindulgence. Oh goddammit, that was him. Oh, just pretend he said that. That's right. To eat meat is namely to tear off the flesh of the dead. Those who do not understand that sin don't have any right to eat meat.
Are you trying to tell me I have no right to eat meat?
Oh, I asked this of you, who proudly said, I've not seen my hands with anyone's blood. Whose meat do you have the right to partake in? Huh? Humans killing humans. That is awfully serious.
I haven't killed any humans.
So, while you eat fried chicken, you would say that you haven't killed a chicken. He couldn't respond. Who the hell is this girl? Yeah, this is kind of a weird turn to take. Just as he thought, she's not human. Just then, the speaker installed in the hallway began broadcasting. Yeah, they're calling him in because they know he's one of the few people who had access to the rabbit cages. Hikaru Nihai, class 2, yeah, boop. You have a call from Imada-sensei. Please come to the staff room. Over. Boop. I repeat, Hikaru Nihai, class 2, yeah, boop.
Oh, sorry. I have to go. More than that feeling of concern I had for what the teacher wanted with me. The feeling of having an excuse to get away from this strange girl was much more potent.
Yes, later then. Toodles. Turning his back on the girl, Hikaru ran from there and headed towards the staff room. Towards the staff room where Ryukishi will talk to us at the end of each Chiru arc. I mean, not Chiru, answer arc. The girl threw some words at his back. If you have another chance to snatch away someone's life, consider chewing over how serious murder is. If you're not resolved and not prepared to bear the consequences, if you thought you could take someone's life without getting your hands dirty, if you thought that, there's a chance that that pleasure of yours might once again turn into tragedy, wouldn't you say? Hikaru quickened his pace, as if he were running away from something.
What is that girl talking about? I only just had a telepathic conversation with someone strange. Deranged upperclassman, that's all. Never mind that telepathy actually exists and I can do it, which is kind of badass. Forget about it! There's no way she could know that I've killed.
However, the girl's words telling him to think about the seriousness of murder tormented Hikaru like a thorn that he couldn't pull out of his chest. He opens the staff room door. There were other teachers there aside from Himata Sensei, but they were all showing fatigued faces with low spirits. Among them, many seemed busy dealing with phone calls. They weren't just easing the minds of the missing children's parents, but they were constantly flooded with the concerned and complaining voices about their guardians. And it seemed they also had to deal with answering questions from the mass media, among other problems. Suddenly catching his eye, in the corner of the staff room were the remaining live rabbits. Or rather, the real rabbits from the cages. A simple fort made from many stacked cardboard boxes. A simple fort made from many stacked cardboard boxes. Newspapers were spread out inside, and that completed the temporary living space for the rabbits. That reminded him. He felt that he had heard that after the incident, they were temporarily moved to the staff room. After glancing at the rabbits, without another thought, Hikaru went over to Imada Sensei's chair.
What is it, Sensei?
The teacher raised his head.
As I thought. I can tell by his face that he's tired.
Absolutely, Boy Dweller. This is the kind of story you would tell a kid to scare them into not bullying.
He might not have gotten blah. He might not have gotten much sleep either.
Damn, what voice should I give this teacher?
Well,
I know, I'll give him Nanjo.
well, it's about this rabbit cage thing.
My
heart leaped out of my chest. There's no way he could know. There's no way he could know what I did in those rabbit cages. It must have been a shock, since you cared so much.
Oh, that's the other guy.
It must have been a shock, since you cared so much for them. It's enough to make you sick, right?
In an instant, he got his defenses drop and his nerves melt away. Right, of course. There's no way you would have been able to tell what.
Right, of course. There's no way we would have been able to tell what I did. Yes. It's truly cruel. I wonder how someone could do something like that.
That's gonna be like a running gag here. And the fact that he doesn't make any particular expression is gonna be like if he gets turned into a rabbit himself. I bet that's gonna be like a thing because he can't because he's a rabbit. Maybe I don't know. I have a feeling that that's the way the story's gonna end. Hikaru said without making any particular expression. At a time like this, it's best to keep a straight face. Afterwards, he'll leave it to Imata to figure out what it means. He must be hurting. Or, in reality, he probably wants to cry, and the like. The teacher's words were completely following Hikaru's hypothesis. Hikaru was holding back from bursting into laughter with everything he had. Well then, Nihei, this hasn't exactly been decided yet. But I think the rabbit cage is going to be removed before long.
Is that so?
That was also something Hikaru predicted. It didn't matter to him. It was a place that they let me... Oh.
It was a place that they let me utilize for my extreme recreation. But I no longer had any use for the real rabbits, nor their cages. Because now, for me... No, for us, the school itself had become one giant rabbit cage.
I know it's unfortunate for you, Nihei, but I think the sooner we get rid of the rabbit pens, the sooner the shocked children can forget about what happened.
Because they were killed so terribly like that?
Well, that may be, but how should I put it? We teachers can't really explain it well either, you see.
Explanation? What are you talking about?
His teacher put his arms behind his head, groaned, and stared at the ceiling. The students in the lower grades as well. They're flooding their teachers with questions. Like who the culprit is. No, that's not it. But why the rabbits were killed so monstrously like that? Children that young can't possibly understand why it happened. In other words, we can't explain to them what men of evil intent are.
Men of evil intent?
It's that we teachers were born with kind hearts as human beings, and we live and help one another. That has been said over and over for ages. To those very young children who have come to believe in that, they can't understand this evil intent that I led someone to gruesomely murder rabbits. I'm guessing this is back to the students.
Who and why would someone do something this cruel? How could someone do something so brutal?
When they ask us these questions, oh goddamn, it's the teacher! When they ask us these questions, even we teachers can't answer them. The irrationality of evil intent. Something not even the teachers can answer. For young children passing their days happily surrounded by the love of their parents and the affection of their friends, it's far too early for them to conceptualize the irrationality of evil intent.
This world isn't just full of good people. There are bad people too. And there's a lot of irrational evil intent that can't be explained or understood. Even after becoming adults, they won't understand. And then they have this thrust upon them. These children have a confrontation with something that is incomprehensibly terrifying, and many collapse in their terrible mental shock.
God damn it, I think that was Beatrice, the narrator, I mean. No, it's a quote, so it should be him.
We're powerless. We can't even explain evil intent to these kids.
Hikaru was somewhat amazed. Oh god damn it, that was the teacher. Ah, fuck. Damn, I am missing who's gonna speak a lot today. Hikaru was somewhat amazed. If the world is made up of good and evil, then evil intent is a component that makes up half of it. It's the dark energy of components here, of morality. Doesn't being unable to explain that basically mean? Being unable to understand half the world. Countless unreasonable evil intentions whirled around inside the classroom. An outsider can't understand this pure, simple, unrestrained evil intent. Unable to understand that, how dare they put themselves on the lectern?
Well, that's enough talk about the rabbit cages. I have something else to talk about. Nie, you want to do a little something else? Yes? I get that we're changing the topic. But what could it be about?
While scratching his head, as if it were hard to talk about. Oh, god damn it. While scratching his head as if it was hard to talk about, my teacher has a smile that is hard to read. Just by looking at that, I could see that this was going to be a real topic of concern. Well, would you mind getting along with the rest of your class a bit more?
Huh? Getting along. Is that directed at me? Is that directed at me? Not to my classmates that bully me?
Didn't you throw away Kinoshida's notebook?
I heard you said someone this stupid doesn't need something like this.
Isn't that the way it is? Isn't that the way of the world? My God. None of them get punished for doing like horrible things to him. But the very second he just does one thing, granted it is a huge thing, they come find him.
And throw it in the garbage in front of everyone. That Kinoshita kid came to us in tears. Furthermore, after that, didn't you distribute copies of your notes to everyone in class? Saying notes should be done like this. If you want, use them for reference. What is he trying to say, I wonder? Seems almost like he's making me sound like a bad guy. I really did throw Yuko Kinoshita's notebook. That was because Yuko was a stupid girl who couldn't study.
God damn it, you're being a bully too.
Because she didn't understand how to take official notes at all.
What an asshole. You're just as bad.
Making a list of snippets written on the blackboard, just making a list of bold vocabulary in the textbook. It was like a scribble book and crude. It was much better to throw that crap away.
Judging it to be so, Hikaru threw away Yuko's notebook as if doing her a favor. Of course, no matter how kind it might have been. Hikaru had no choice but to be condemned, based on just throwing a notebook away. Because after that, he thought clearly about Yuko, copied his notes, and brought them as example materials. Furthermore, since it was a good opportunity, he didn't just do it for Yuko, but made copies for the entire class. Oh, well that's nice of him.
Our classroom is called the Worthless Class by other classrooms.
Oh my god. Is this Baka and Test? Is this, what's that freaking, goddammit, that anime manga about the assassin teacher? It's like that too.
Because compared to the other classes, our grades are extremely bad. Regardless of being the top of his age grade and test scores, the class average was something.
Really? He's that smart? My god. Damn. Holy shit, he really is fucking Rabbit Kira. Where's Rabbit L? Hikaru always thought that was annoying. So this was something he was driven to do, for the sake of the class and thinking for the good of everyone. Sure. Sure. Even so, Hikaru was condemned. Told he was full of himself. In Hikaru's mind, he remembered something one of his classmates he murdered the other day said. Jesus Christ. He really is fucking Kira. He is like... Oh my god. Well, Light wasn't bullied. Light wasn't bullied. But in every other way, he's like Kira.
That bastard. I'm gonna wring his neck. Even after doing what he did that one time, he still isn't sorry at all.
What did he mean by sorry?
I was doing Yuko Kinoshita a favor by throwing away her notes. But since you people don't like me throwing away your notes away, it's bullying.
You are okay, I take back about you being smart. You are a fucking moron. You're bullying everyone. You've become what you hated. And I sense this full circle isn't gonna stop with the character-wise you becoming a bully. Oh, jeez.
After doing something unreasonable like that, what the hell are you telling me to be sorry about?
God. Seriously? Oh my god. Just going on about, like, he's become what he hated. Oh, Hikaru. You really should have stuck and talked with Marie instead of becoming a psycho murderer. Oh my god. Alright, I'm just gonna take a little bit of a bathroom break. I will be right back. I don't know how much is left in this story, but I'm definitely gonna finish this one today. As for starting the next one, we'll see how much time there is on the stream. When I finish this one. Oh, okay. All right. I am back. All right. Thanks, apparition. Yep. Okay. There's four. Yeah. So, yeah. We're gonna finish this story, this chapter, And the next story is going to be in the next stream. Okay, cool. Great. Yeah, my knee is okay. Thanks, Boy Dweller. It was just kind of my ankle that slammed into a little box. It's okay. His teacher continued further with a lecturing tone.
It's true you have good grades, but the smart ones don't do things like flaunting in front of the other students. That's what I think.
Hikaru's head suddenly froze over. He's gonna kill the teacher, isn't he?
What is my teacher? This bastard really trying to say? What do you think? I don't really give a shit. If you weren't so incompetent in the first place, the class wouldn't be full of idiots, now would it? And since then, do you even know what I've been through? Despite not noticing these incidents of bullying in the class at all. Despite not even looking. Furthermore, despite listening to Yuko Kanashida's wailing, he feels like he understands the situation. What a stupid bastard. This guy just said he couldn't explain evil intentions to kids. Those words are just proof of this guy's incompetence. Who do you think killed those rabbits? Some degenerate in town. Some college student who snaps easily under stress. You're wrong! It's me. The kid standing right in front of your eyes. And the ones who cornered me into doing this were kids too! Children already understand malice. Every day, they live with evil far more spectacularly than you adults do. Do you not understand that, you incompetent twit? I knew that you went almost every day to the rabbit pen. Since you were a member of the animal raising committee, it couldn't just be that you said, "Yeah, sure, I'll do it." I always thought you were so admirable. I knew you actually were a kind person. You know that?
Hikaru just about laughed.
Sure, you would know I go by the rabbit cage. I can't borrow the key to get in unless I talk to you. But that's all. You only handed it over to me for business. It's not like you were concerned about me, much less the rabbits. Yet, now you're saying such a far-fetched thing so well. You don't know what I was actually doing in those cages, do you? There was evil intent there too. You just didn't notice it.
So is he admitting his own evil intent then? Jeez.
So, you can step up a bit more and make some friends, right?
His expression as he peered at Hikaru's face was that of probing. Oh, God damn it.
I want to crush those eyes into a pulp. Yes. I'll try my best. I'm sorry for a lot of things.
Hikaru's entirely half-hearted response still elicited a broad grin from the incompetent teacher. Glad I said that in the banjo voice.
Oh, that's great! I thought you'd understand. He happily slapped my back. Ugh. I wanted to rip that hand off with all my strength. Oh, that's right. Today I'm on night watch and will be at the school late.
Of course you are. Of course he is. Because how else is this story gonna go?
So, if after school you feel like seeing those rabbits, or feel like murdering me, you can come here anytime. We don't know how long it will be until you can see them again. Thank you very much, Imada-sensei.
Hikaru briskly left the staff room. Hello, T. Welcome to the stream. He couldn't handle any more of that mockery of a meeting. At the same time as he closed the door, he crouched down in the corridor, clenching his teeth. To the point that one could hear a grating sound. Doing that, he desperately repressed a voice from bursting out.
That incompetent, inept, clumsy, dumbass of a teacher! It's because that simple-minded dope is our homeroom teacher, that our class is falling behind.
That doesn't make any fucking sense! The homeroom teacher doesn't teach. The homeroom teacher is literally fucking there to take attendance and nothing else. How do you figure that? You seriously? Why are you blaming your homeroom teacher? Homeroom isn't even a real class.
He didn't even realize that I was being meaninglessly tormented. He listened to some girl complain and go as far as to lecture me.
Yep. I knew he was gonna do that. Well, let's see what happens when he tries to get the teacher. Somehow I think this might end with him being turned into a rabbit. Like, it seems to be leading to that, at least. Either a rabbit or a yokai, but I'm leaning towards rabbit.
Seems to me the next rabbit has already been decided.
In the hall, with nobody around as they were perfectly natural, the cool-faced Hameln stood. Oh, really, you guys? Interesting. I didn't realize that, OA and Void Dweller. When I went to high school, homeroom was literally just the place in the first 10 minutes of school where you just, they took attendance. And that's it. Then when the first bell rang, you went off to first period. Hikaru drew closer to Hameln, as if to grab at him.
Right now! Turn that bastard into a rabbit! That brainless teacher in the staff room!
If it's your desire, I can turn any number of people into rabbits. However, I cannot listen to your current request.
Why?
Have you forgotten? They have to go to the music room. Yep. It's because I am a melon of the music room. Am I not?
That's right. My genius IQ definitely knew that.
If they're in the music room, I can turn anyone into a rabbit. But at any other location, people won't want to listen to my castanets.
It's my policy to be connected with the music room at night. Then we're in luck. Today he said he'll be on duty. He should be here until late this night. Then, if I bring him to the music room...
The rabbits don't come crawling out of the music room, Void Dweller. Hamel is likely named after the Pied Piper of Hamelin, and he has ability, as long as he's playing his music, to make the rabbits follow him. And he just leads them into the cage.
Then the story of Hamel's castanets shall repeat once again. I will turn any tens of hundreds of your enemies.
Oh goddamn, that's fucking hell. I didn't even know that was supposed to be Hamel.
Then the story of Hamel's castanets shall repeat once again. I will turn any tens of hundreds of your enemies into rabbits, if it is your desire.
Hikaru started thinking. It would be some time until the sun would set. As long as Himata was staying until night, Hikaru could easily entice him into the music room. Exactly, Void Dweller.
Pretty far removed from that staff room until here. Calling into the music room at night would be quite unnatural. At worst, he would be told to hurry home for being in school when it's pitch black out. Hamel has no intention of doing his work anywhere but in the music room. So how would I lure my victim into the music room? I wonder, how would I lure that incompetent teacher, secluded in the staff room, probably running logs, into the music room? Oh, I'm clever. Without breaking Hamel's policy, how can I turn that teacher in the staff room into a rabbit? An idea flashed into my mind. I told him my idea and he let out in a heavy voice. All according to Keikaku. You've struck upon a really fun idea. I see if you do that, and I'm going to lend you my powers. I knew I was right in choosing you as my partner. You really are a smart one, Mr. Hikaru-kun.
Hearing that, Hikaru let out a satisfied smile.
That's right. I really am smart.
It's after school. The sun will set before long. Until but the last minute the library room was about to close, Hikaru headed straight for the staff room. The school at night looked completely different than it did in the day. It wasn't just the lighting or atmosphere that was different, but it was as if each building had wandered into their own separate worlds. He walks quickly down the dim hallway. He can't hold back his need to hurry. As he was listening to the sound of the echoes of his own footsteps going, Hikaru remembered. Whether or not he was properly prepared to take someone's life. You don't seem to understand that you're killing that strange raven-haired girl.
Tonight, I will once again kill a single rabbit. And the teacher will be swallowed up by Hamel's ghost story and disappear. I asked Hamel to turn him into a rabbit. That was the same as saying kill him.
Someone without the bravery to do things by their own hands can indulge in a ghost story. That way their own hands don't get dirty.
Are you calling me a coward? Are you saying that I don't know what it means to kill? Is that what you want to say? If humans are going to take human lives, they need to be properly prepared and should be ready to endure the consequences. I'm not a coward. When I torture those bastards, those rabbits to death, it's because I don't want to treat them the same as human beings. It's not like I ever want to run away from the fact I'm killing people by killing rabbits or anything like that. I kill them without even treating them like humans.
So he's treating a person as not a person, and he has the rabbit thing as an excuse.
That is my way. Going beyond even murder. That is my ultimate revenge.
My God. Jeez. Ugh. What an edgy bastard.
That's right. And that is extremely important to me. Indeed. And should I do something worthy of that revenge? Are you saying I don't understand what it means to kill? Well, I understand. I understand with all 5 senses what it means to kill. I've changed people into rabbits that can't even cry! I've had that feeling of stepping on their faces, the trembling cutting off their ears with scissors, and that feedback when piercing their eyes with a drafting compass.
Jesus Christ, what a sick fuck.
I felt everything and I understand. That was proof that I truly hated irrational evil intent.
Jesus Christ, he is so Kira. Like, seriously, he has so much in common with Light Yagami.
I had it. I had the right to feast. I'm charged with hatred.
That sounds like a freaking commercial or something. I'm charged with hatred. Like something like that.
I'm charged with hatred. In the name of revenge, I'm prepared to kill.
Jesus Christ, he almost sounds like he's related to Kanamori. Fucking hell, what an edgy bastard. Is that really so? I wonder.
Suddenly I heard a laughing voice. It's her. The thing that took on an upperclassman's form. A yokai. She was waiting for me in the staff room. The vital Imada wasn't here. I wonder where he's wandered off to.
He was in my way, so I sent him off to wander for a bit. He won't come back for a while. Yep, and we know that she loves to eat evil people's souls.
She talked like she just read my mind. Just, what are you? The words that finally escaped my mouth trembled and seemed pathetic even to me. Just, what are you?
Now that you mention it, I haven't given my name. Oopsie. But I'm sure it's a name we've heard before.
Excuse me, what are your intentions? School yokai of the 3rd rank? Dancing Higanbana senpai?
God damn it, Hamel! I was gonna say it! I had a whole thing prepared and a freaking... fine.
I turned around to the voice at my back, and suddenly Hamel was standing there. This is our prey. Imada-sensei isn't your prey.
Wait, what the fuck? Oh god, this needs to be Wow, this... Oh, this sentence doesn't make any sense. It should be...
Imada-sensei, isn't he your prey?
Yes, that's true. He's not my prey. Oh, no, I fucked up. I read it wrong. Sorry.
Imada-sensei isn't your prey, is he?
Commas. There should be a comma. God damn it. Although I think the intention was the same either way. Yes, that's true. He's not my prey.
Then what is your business? At any rate, I am a powerless yokai.
Yeah, right. Powerless to other yokai, maybe.
Unlike the 8th ranking school yokai, I'm a being whose story still hasn't caught on in the minds of the students yet. I have no direct knowledge at all of your comings and goings.
Oh, well, geez. I don't have a speck of interest in the hunt of a bottom-tier yokai like you. But even a bit too flashy, you see?
This is surprising. The night has finally been dyed in darkness, and I just thought of doing my duty as a yokai. You find I'm being too flashy.
That's right. That is also our only duty. But we have unwritten rules. And I have my own unwritten rules. And the unwritten rules have their own unwritten rules. It's complicated. And you've stepped a bit over the line as a newcomer, yokai. Capiche?
Dear, oh dear. What is it we have done to upset you so? A newcomer being too flashy, is that it? Oh!
That's it. Someone with the status of a newcomer needs to learn a little respect.
I'm terribly sorry, Senpai. By the way, I'm a man. If you look at it this way, for a very long time I wanted to politely pay my respects.
Oh, is that so? I'm sorry to say this, despite my social standing, but everyone in the 8 seats is a school yokai. Oh, god damn it, that's him. Uh-oh, it looks like OBS disconnected and reconnected here. And I didn't even realize it. Are you guys okay with connection? Did anything cut out for you guys? Okay, here we go. A few sentences? A few seconds. Okay, I'll read this back then.
I'm sorry to say this despite my social standing, but everyone in the 8 seats is a school yokai. Aren't they a little soft?
Soft. Me? Really?
Every one of the 8 ranks. I've been watching the school under the cover of night for a long time, and I've watched everyone hunt. Those hunts are quite reserved, weak, and pitiful.
Oh god, this guy's gonna die. I think we're gonna have our first yokai death here. You sure can talk, can't you? Mr. Underclass, my kohai.
Why don't you shroud the school in the fear of darkness and drain it? You should have all the power to do that. You can even pretend there were accidents, sickness, and the sort. All of your hunts. Oh, how pathetic they are. Where did the respect and fear for this school yokai go to? Even with 8 ghost stories, I don't think it could scare these children at all. And so, This Hamel, in order to restore fear back to the night of this school and its demons, has stood up! What do you think? In a single hunt, this school is already being ruled by fear! And tonight, the number of victims shall increase once more!
Yeah, he is kind of channeling Evatress. Yeah, he's being very hammy.
No, no, we shall have more and more victims. Exhausting the limits of Ikonokun's hatred, my music room will bring more victims one after another.
Is it fun? Being with the yokai?
Before too many days pass, this terror will not stop at this school, but we will drive this entire city into the very depths of horror!
My god, this guy is being an all-out ham-ass villain. He is a regular mustache twirler.
And eventually, the sound of castanets from the music room will be added to the palette of fear, and a new legend known as Hamel's Castanets will be born! What do you think, everyone? Rather than mezzo sounds, unsatisfying tale about the victimization of a single teacher in a restroom, mine will make much more wonderful and terrifying story, don't you think?
Damn. Now he's channeling Erica. I don't know who you're trying to provoke.
You intend to defeat Marie and take the 8th rank for yourself. Yeah?
Yes, of course!
Oh my god! He's totally being Erica now! Very good!
But let's not forget that 3 yokai did not endorse Marie Moria for the 8th rank!
Should a tale more terrifying than Marie's take over? In our class, there are those who argue that we should switch Marie out with this new 8th rank. So, you must have been invited by someone in that group to this school, am I right?
Oh, he's just a henchman. He is just a henchman for who is likely to be one of our big bosses in this show. Visual novel. Okay, so he was hired by one of the yokai who did not like Marie. So here we go. Okay, we're getting also, you know, these little ghost stories, and Marie is getting used to her abilities and how to be a yokai, but also the main plot is also going forward. I think Ryukishi might be saving the yokai council until the end of part 1, I think, for us to see them fully, or see at least some more members.
Marie Moria is an appropriate yokai for this school. So make me the new 8th mystery of this school. Hamel of the music room. Hamel's castanets. This new tale will jump to the top of all 8 stories. I'll greatly expand my power from hunting, and then before long I'll exterminate Meso-san with true power! And then I will become the true 8th mystery!
God damn, and this guy's right there with him. Oh my god!
Hamel. No. We will become a new school horror story.
Oh my god, Point Dweller, you're right! That's what he sounds like!
And then we will rule the tri-state area. What do you think, Perry the Platypus?
Oh my god. I'm just waiting for these guys to be laid out flat on their asses.
If anyone gets in our way, even if it's a yokai, we won't show them mercy.
Hey NGH, welcome to the stream.
No matter how terrifying a yokai might be, you're no match for us. No one can stand against Hamel's castanets!
Hikaru spat out a show of courage with everything he had. And then Higanbana could stand it no longer. I'm peeved. Her laughter started off elegantly, but by the end of it, it turned into a laugh that shook everything in the staff room, as if it were from the depths of hell. Hearing that for the first time, Hikaru began to tremble once more. Yep! Terminator time. Vegeta Terminator song time, yeah. Wanting to fight against it, he shouts.
Hamel! Turn this bitch into a rabbit!
She's a demon, you idiot.
Yes! Hamel castanets!
This isn't the music room, you know. Higanbana threw back her hair and laughed. A tornado burst from her center, scattering paperwork, and showed them a scene not unlike a blizzard from hell. Yeah, James, he is a gigantic meme.
Hamel, what are you doing? Hurry and turn her into...
The blizzard of dancing papers that was drawing a spiral in the middle of the staff room rushed at Hamel like a giant white serpent and wrapped around him, constricting him. A literal paper tiger. Then Hamel turned himself into what seemed like a giant tiger, formed from a large quantity of papers. With only his head peeking out, everything underneath his neck was completely constricted by the tremendous amount of paperwork. Someone under the title left Hamel of the music room, picking a fight with I, the dancing Higanbana of the staff room. Oh, you crack me up. Oh my god.
Hamel!
Why don't you try worrying about yourself rather than others? Hikaru ni Hieku. Higanbana's ruthless eyes shot through Hikaru. Were you planning on sicking Hamel on me? on removing yourself from the situation? To try and ask the Melm to turn me into a rabbit? That is the same as you trying to kill me. If you'd have tried to kill me, then you must prepare to be killed. Sorry, I don't make the rules. Oh wait, in here, I do.
Help me!
If you're still like this, it seems you still don't understand what it means to be killed, to kill. Did you properly listen to what I said? Uh-oh, the chat got disconnected to me, but okay. I think I got the chat back, yep. The meaning of killing. Having the resolution. Unbearing the consequences. Have you thought about it yet? Oh, god damn it, we got disconnected again. Fucking hell. Ah. Thanks, apparition. Thank you. I was gonna say, thank you. Okay, we're at slowly. Okay, thank you, apparition. Slowly, Higanbana drew nearer. Hikaru's legs were frozen, as though stuck to the ground, shrouded in the commotion of a... Okay, we're back. Thank you so much. Apparition, my god. Oh god, we're probably near the end of the story, but... Yeah, god, seriously. OBS took so much longer to come back than the actual connection did. And of course it has to be at the fucking climax of the story. Oh god. So as I was saying, like surely if Higanbana if Marie of the 8th rank can use powers outside of her territory and even outside of the school, surely Higanbana can. While this guy is just a non-ranked regular old yokai. He's a minion of someone from the council, who we don't know yet. And his power is restricted to the territory. So it makes sense. Surrounded in the commotion of a pure white paper maelstrom, in front of the yokai nearing step by step, he couldn't so much as fall on his backside. Right. You think you understand. Higanbana was perfectly reading Hikaru's mind. Once she'd come to Hikaru and read how prepared this particular murder was. She sneered with laughter. I have the qualifications to eat. I have the resolution to kill, out of revenge and hatred. Hence, I truly understand, with all 5 senses, what it means to kill. That feeling of stepping on a face, the trembling of cutting off ears with scissors, and that moment of impact when you pierce eyes with a drafting compass. Oh, this is Hikaru? God damn it. Ugh. Seriously?
I have the qualifications to eat. I have the resolution to kill. Out of revenge and hatred. Hence I truly understand, with all 5 senses, what it means to kill. That feeling of stepping on a face. The trembling of cutting off ears with scissors. And that moment of impact, when you pierce eyes with a drafting compass. I felt everything. And I understand.
That's your resolve. That's how you understand killing. What are you saying you've experienced? Even though you can't remember the actual feeling of tearing up a rabbit's flesh. So what on earth are you saying like that? What experience? What kind of resolution is that? Her laugh in the whirlwind simultaneously became like a tempest. And as the commotion blew open, Hikaru swallowed. In that instant, his world was wrapped in a silent darkness. You killed people, you know? Do you truly know what that means? Even though she should have been talking in front of his eyes, he heard Higanbana's voice from what seemed like somewhere far, far away. Yeah, Void Dweller, it seems like Music Man was a total chump. And it was dreadfully quiet, fraught with distortion, and had changed the sound like it was from a synthesizer. His skin was covered in goosebumps, and he trembled with fear. Suddenly, Hikaru realized his right hand was clasping something. That was a stationery set. Scissors, a compass, a box cutter. They were the tools he'd executed the rabbits with. They shouldn't be here.
I swear I threw them out. That day, after I killed them all and washed away the blood, I tossed them into a bin at the convenience store. So then why?
At the time, he sensed the smell of the earth, and mixed in was the stink of animals.
Is this...
He's there, isn't he? He's in the rabbit cage. Slowly, the pitch-black world faded away. The wind on his cheeks, open air, and the striking smell of animals. He was astonished by looking around the area. It was not the staff room they'd been in until now. The place surrounded by rusted over wire mesh was the rabbit cage. Yep!
No. It can't be. The rabbit's pen should be off limits. Yet even the tape that should be around the cage wasn't there.
Oh, God damn it. And then in the corner of the rabbit pen, he could see the shadows of something. Though for an instant he thought they were rabbits. That was wrong. There were shadows far, far larger.
What?
Staring into the dim light, Hikaru realized what their true forms were, and nearly screamed. Oh, he's in hell. They were the classmates that Hikaru supposedly killed that night. My, everybody. We mustn't be so restrained. To experience and to understand killing. That's what you're prepared to experience when you commit murder, isn't it? Then we must properly help you remember it. One person at a time. I hope you have cleared your schedule, Hikaru. Hikaru finally began to realize what it was that Higanbana was trying to do from here on. That's right. This is a scene from your past! The scene of when you killed them that night. However, there's only one difference. That is, from here on, the ones you'll slaughter will be not rabbits, but as they really are. Suddenly, he remembered his classmates' names. Osamu Tabuchi, Shunichi Makushima, Yosuke Nishito, Shunsuke Nagashima. They crouched and groveled on the ground, begging for forgiveness with their eyes and staring at Hikaru from below. Their eyes were black. Oh God. On that night, the eyes he saw were not a rabbit's red eyes, but the same black eyes as Hikaru's. Come, experience it now. You said it yourself. Experience it with all 5 senses. Regardless of Hikaru's will, his hand grasped the compass tightly. It was the same feeling as a marionette. Even though it was his own body, he could not fight against anything. Of course, because this is a scene of the past, it's a scene that has already happened. Hikaru's body was only faithfully reproducing it. Oh my God! Hikaru pinned down Osamu Tabuchi's face. In class, he was known by his nickname, Tabuchi. And into that man's pleading gaze, right into the middle, he thrust the needle of the compass directly into his eyeball. Oh my God! A terrible scream was fired from Osamu Tabuchi's throat. It was a repulsive shriek to hear. Yet Hikaru could not forgive him, even if he plugged his ears. That is what it means to experience murder. The one everyone called Tabuchi. Tabuchi was now writhing about, clutching his eye. Next, Hikaru went to cut off the fingers on Yosuke Nishito's right hand. His nickname was Nishiyan, the type who had many female friends. Cutting the fingers with a box cutter was a considerably laborious task. Oh my God! The blade was damaged by the viscous liquid, and each time he would stubbornly draw it out, finally with a squish, he'd lop it off. That squishy sensation as it was crept up Hikaru's back. Of course, on that evening, Hikaru was not satisfied with just one finger. Just like that with the other fingers. Squish, squish.
Then, I kicked Shunsuke Nagashima. I trampled him. His stomach, his back, his face. There was a soccer player with the same name as him, so he also liked soccer. And so I treated him like a soccer ball. Even when his entire body turned purple, I kept trampling him. I kicked and trampled the nearly dead Shunsuke Nagashima's stomach. I repeated this over and over again. Finally, I felt as though I had broke through something with my legs. Every time I kicked his stomach, blood, a thick something came overflowing from his mouth. Makashima's nickname was Shinichon. I put the scissors to Shinichon's ears.
Oh my god. Oh god, this is gruesome. Thank god there's no visuals. Snip. Snip.
After one go of cutting, the blades of the scissors became worthless, so I violently grabbed the dangling ear that had been cut. And I ripped and tore it off. And on that night, I laughed. Viewing the blood-stained cage. I think there would still be more executions to come. With a wicked grin, I convulsed with laughter. Is this it? My experience of murder.
Just then, Hikaru was thrown down on the cold floor of the staff room. The confetti that had been flying wildly about just moments ago was now on the floor. While tumbling on the floor, Hikaru screamed as loud as his voice would allow. A shriek from the pit of his gut, as if he had lost his mind. Already now, Hikaru's spirit seemed to be spoiled. The horrendous acts he performed with his own hands filled him with regret, and he continued screaming like a beast. Soon that voice changed to an apology.
I'm sorry!
Whether those words were directed at the classmates he had killed, or the teacher he had planned to kill, or even the rabbits he continued to abuse. Even Hikaru didn't know. Even saying this, he didn't think he would be forgiven, but he wanted to say it.
I'm sorry! I'm sorry! I'm so sorry!
His weeping at last made him vomit, to the point of thinking he was spitting up his own intestines. Hikaru continued to throw up. You've gotten quite adorable. I apologize, but you seem to be apologizing to the wrong person. That's not enough to answer for your crimes, I'm afraid. Higanbana's expression warped into a wicked smirk. Hikaru will now truly realize how unprepared he was for murder.
Just as expected from Higanbana-senpai, to be able to break my adorable partner so easily.
He turned on him like nothing. It makes me laugh that you'd play with such a stupid and delicate kid. He dropped him like a cold turkey. Oh my god.
Even though Hikaru-kun was a perfect fit to my spiritual wavelength and was suitable as my limbs. It's quite the menial task to find a child willing to become my pawn.
Is that what you desire? Then I can rip and tear you to pieces right here. Higanbana's bewitching smile was judging the restrained Hameln. Just then, with a ripping, cracking sound, a section of the documents that had been restraining Amel was torn to pieces. The restraint on his right arm was destroyed. Oh, hello, Prototype. Welcome to the stream. Yep, it's the Terminator / Vegeta theme song. Oh my, you surprised me. I didn't think even one arm could escape my binding.
Too much time has passed, senpai! It seems the one who will be ripped and torn to pieces will be you!
Uh-oh. Yep. Higanbana, curb stomp this fool. It's time to curb stomp this fool. Because of the bells, Void Dweller. In his hand was a castanet. Click. And what kind of farce is this? This is the staff room. Your castanet's powers are not supposed to manifest outside of the music room, correct?
Yes, that's correct. But now, where do you think the room we're in now is?
It should be the staff room.
If you think that, why don't you take a look at the nameplate?
You're saying your powers will be shown just by what looks like a joke. You're quite the half-hearted yokai. From a crevice in the sliding door, Higanbana could see the nameplate, and she gave a bitter smile. Oh, he replaced the nameplate, I see. So that was his plan to get Higanbana. Previously, a nameplate that had read staff room had been hanging, but that inexplicably had changed to a sign that read music room. Oh, it's Hikaru's idea. Damn.
This was Hikaru-kun's idea. In case it were difficult to lure Imada-sensei, it should be enough to change the staff room into the music room.
When Hikaru visited the staff room, he dismantled the sign from the music room and changed it out.
According to that sign, this is the music room. This is my territory. Now become one with my adorable rabbits, Hamel's castanets!
The cursed castanet's magic powers condensed around Higanbana. Just like Alice who drank the shrinking potion, Higanbana's body shrank before their eyes. Finally, that form was completely changed to a rabbit with the same red eyes as her. Really? It actually worked. No, she's got a contingency plan. There's no way he actually got her. At the same time, the restraints around Hamelin came apart, and the bundle of documents crumpled down with a rustle. Hamelin's newly freed arms dangled heavily, and he gripped the rabbit Higanbana with one hand. Now that you're like this, the third-ranked dancing Higanbana Senpai is ruined! You didn't realize this had become the music room, and that was your downfall! He put even more power into squeezing the ears he picked her up by. Then, as she groveled, he looked at Hikaru, who was covered in vomit, and smacked his lips. How disappointing! Even though I found such a tractable human. It looks like I have no choice but to throw you out after you've been broken that perfectly. So sorry, Hikaru-kun. Those words did not reach Hikaru's ears. Hikaru was nauseous with what felt like a vomit up to his head, and inside that, he was praying for somebody, anybody, to kill him. Very well, then. I shall grant your wish to the utmost of my ability. This is my gratitude in regards to these results. If it weren't for your work, I would not have been able to knock out dancing Higanbana-senpai. Thus, thanks to you, I was able to claim the third-ranked seat. While Hamelin's smile became more and more wicked, he raised the rabbit Higanbana higher. I had planned on releasing the rabbits from their cage, but what can I do with Higanbana-senpai? I don't know if you'll turn back to your original form when your powers come back. While you can't do a thing in this shabby form, I should firmly finish you off! I am not cruel like Hikaru-kun. In just a word, I'm only going to swallow you and toss you into my stomach. Looking up at the rabbit Higanbana he'd lifted up, Hamelin's mouth burst open with a splitting sound, and became a huge mouth able to easily swallow from head to toe. I can't move my arms and legs. The dancing Higanbana? Oh? Even as a rabbit, you're able to talk. I'm surprised. However, you're unable to do anything. You're right. The most I'm able to move is just my mouth. Well then, at least allow me to hear your death screams. Well then, fare thee well, Higanbana-senpai. Fare thee well. Do you really think you've won? Against you, it's enough just to move my mouth. Oh, wow! She's gonna Hunter x Hunter this bitch. Oh my god. Or Hunter x Hunter, I should say. Hamelin opened his hand. The rabbit leapt headlong into Hamelin's open, wide mouth. Oh my god! This is like freaking Umineko tier music here. Yep. For a moment, it was unknown whose scream it was. Oh my god! The only thing that was certain was that it was not Higanbana's death scream. There was one long stream of fresh blood running from the wall of the staff room. That was a bizarre spectacle. A man whose mouth had opened wide to swallow the rabbit Higanbana was convulsing with his eyes wide open and groaning. He dislocated his jaw, Void Dweller. From that mouth, a rabbit jumped out. It was dragging something out in its mouth. Oh my god! She's doing it. She's pulling a fucking Hunter x Hunter or freaking Vegito. Oh my god. That was Hameln's tongue. Oh my god, no. She totally... Oh my god. What was his name in Hunter x Hunter? It was Ovogin or something? Like... Uvogin. She Uvogined it. Oh my god. Covered in fresh blood, the rabbit Higanbana sunk her teeth into Hameln's tongue and ripped it out along with her. Moreover, the only thing that could be called a tongue was the top portion of what Higanbana was holding. Along with his tongue, oh my god! Were Hameln's inner organs writhing ominously. She's the Monty Python rabbit. Oh my god. Hameln had his tongue, his intestines, everything torn out by Higanbana. Hameln's eyes were wide, and his entire body trembled violently. Saying you want to chase after Marie to become the 8th rank. Saying you try to knock me out to become 3rd rank. As to be expected from such a boastful man, your tongue was truly splendid! Please tell me one last thing. Who called you to this school? Yep, now it's time to learn the big boss's name. Marie is my very important friend. I won't forgive anybody who would try to drive her away. Ah, the shipping! Woo! Oh my god! Tell me the name. I think he would love to, Higanbana, but you literally ripped out his tongue. And most of his organs. It's impossible. Since you had your tongue and organs ripped out, you can't even satisfy me with a reply. As you would say, fare thee well, Hameln. Your story will never remain in this school. Yep, the Umineko kill sound. Totally. In the shadow of a disc, a terrible sound came as fresh blood splattered out. Damn, that was a badass fight. From there, Higanbana slowly rose and showed herself. It was the look of a Western doll, and Hameln was no longer anywhere. How unfortunate. Rabbits have quite a large appetite. Did you not know that? Higanbana laughed with an air of composure, while staring at Hikaru, who was still on the floor. Your face. It looks like one half awake after a nightmare. But you know, a true nightmare has yet to begin. I am the dancing Higanbana. I am the third rank of the school Yokai. And I am a particularly cruel Yokai. Did you think that I would overlook you and take my leave of you?
What more do you want?
Do you think that killing someone would be something you could fully experience just like that? What you actually experienced was only the human side.
What do you mean? That's...
And she took the castanets. Those were the castanets that Hamel had. Now in Higanbana's hands. Ooh, what's the matter? What are you so afraid of? You shouldn't mean anything outside of the music room, right? Are we in the music room? I forget. Hikaru, do you know if we're in the music room? Can you tell me? Oh, that's right, but now the staff room is a music room, isn't it? Aren't we lucky? Understanding what Higanbana was scheming, Hikaru understood that the nightmare he'd had was only beginning. Hikaru only experienced what it felt to kill as a human. He still hadn't experienced being killed as a rabbit. Oh, don't worry. Your soul isn't to my liking. That's why I won't take your life. That's why I won't allow you to experience being killed. What I will allow you to experience is what's called torment. As Higanbana spoke, she grew large enough that he had to look up to her. The desks became huge, exactly like a humongous building. Higanbana suddenly grabbed the rabbit Hikaru and raised him up. Then he was taken to the corner of the staff room, and it became the rabbit cage, where the remaining rabbit's cardboard home was. You had plenty of experience using rabbits, so this time, how about we let you experience the other side?
Stop it! Please, forgive me!
I can't forgive you, because I'm an exceptionally cruel yokai. But, very well. Especially for you, I'll give you one chance. The raised up rabbit Hikaru rose up above the real rabbits.
Chance?
That's right. A chance.
What kind of chance?
Apologize.
I'm sorry! I'm sorry!
To whom are you apologizing? And what for?
That's Higanbana and
Higanbana released her hand and dropped the rabbit Hikaru on top of all the other rabbits. Wrong. Well, goodbye. Hikaru Nihikun. This way you can stay with your beloved rabbits until you die. I don't know what kind of zoo you'll be sent to, but hopefully it isn't with an ill-tempered animal raising committee member.
Wait! Wait!
Hikaru pawed at the cardboard railing, trying to get out, but in this rabbit's body it was impossible.
Wait! Wait!
Hikaru's words gradually began to fade away. Rabbits cannot cry out. There's no way they can speak human words. But he still desperately continued to scream, "Wait, wait," at Higanbana. And then, at that time, he realized he felt the gaze of countless somethings, and the owners of those gazes were rabbits. The rabbits that Hikaru continued to abuse. Not a single one of them was stirring. They were motionless. Countless red eyes were watching Hikaru.
What is with these guys?
Finally, the rabbits slowly began to step up to Hikaru. Slowly, slowly as though surrounding him. Hikaru attempted to back away, but was cornered into the corner of the cardboard.
What the hell are these guys trying to do?
And in that time, Higanbana gave him an answer. Everybody's welcoming you. Looks like they're excited that such a cute little guy like you has joined them.
Excited?
Did you know about rabbits? They all copulate with the same sex as well.
That's not...
Oh my god. This is top of cruel and unusual punishment. Hikaru's now large ears were being blown about by the feverish, enthusiastic breath of the rabbits. Hikaru was frozen by these wide-open crimson eyes. I hear that rabbits had quite a strong libido. I wonder if that's true. Higanbana disappeared into the darkness of the hallway, along with the light laughter. The door to the staff room was thrown open, then closed on its own. At the same time as that sound, the rabbits all simultaneously leapt upon Hikaru. Oh my god. Rabbits cannot cry. Rabbits cannot even scream. It was just like the torment that Hikaru preferred of his own victims. When the school had been completely enveloped in the darkness of the night, and the silence dominated as though not a living soul were around, Higanbana's form could be found gazing up at the large moon from the rooftop. If someone apologizes, you should forgive them, Even though it wasn't as if she were asking anyone, Higanbana muttered this. Well, why don't you try thinking it over in hell? I can't wait to see what her story is. After all, you went and ruined my clothes with your snot and tears. Higanbana laughed. The moon was a cruel white. There was no warmth and only the cold remained. Damn! Wow! Holy shit, that turned epic as fuck in the end. Wow! And wow, it took the whole stream too, basically. Oh my god! Wow. Damn, that was epic. Yeah, and now we have a clue to the overall plot as well. One of the three demons that didn't like Marie is trying to off her. Basically, is trying to get some other random yokai to replace her. So now we got to know who our enemy on the council is. So, yep, I think one of the final bosses will be one of the council yokai. I can't wait to see who it is. Like which number of the council it is. Yep, next time on Thursday, we will be playing some more Ever 17. And then Saturday, it's Higanbana time again. This was amazing, and that music was amazing. All right, you guys. So until then, I will say, so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, good night. You are all the sweetest of hearts. See ya.